morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be looking at Pana. But first, we're going to kick off with a song that was only released about 1 hour ago by Joe and Barry Glenn. This is Coventry Carol, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Oh, yeah. right, folks. Get some posies and roses in the air for Joe and Barry Glenn. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. So, as I said, that was just dropped about an hour ago, and I was the only one at the fucking premiere. Where were you all? Even Joe and Barry Glenn weren't there. Hang on. God, I'm showing conspiracy videos now. I was the only one there, and I'm like, God, not even Joe and Barry Glenn turned up to their own premiere. Awesome stuff. So yesterday I mastered that, and I don't think Joe and Barry Glenn had any idea I was going to do that, but we did, and it's out and it's released, and that's cool. I'm gathering they may release it on DistroKid. You can laugh what you want, Joe. Look, Joe laughing away there. All right, welcome to the show. This is How to App on iOS, where most days we take a look at apps, creating music, creating video, interviews with people, live performances, all that kind of stuff around creativity. And it's kind of centered around iOS for the most part. Actually, they have a Facebook page, which can be found right there at We All Rise Together. You can join that group if you wish, where people post their music and such. Also, this YouTube channel, which you're watching now, unless you're watching over on the Twitch. What's going on? Where's my ad? What's going on? Click, click, click. Come on. There we are. YouTube.com/Jade Starr. Hit the like if you like, or hit the like on the way out. Either way, don't hit the dislike because it doesn't count anymore and you're just wasting a click. Also, if you are watching it over on the Twitch, because the show is streamed over there every day at Twitch, at twitch.tv/How to App on iOS. And while you're there, go and look for Nikki Tedesco as well, who I had on the show the end of last weekend. God, I'm running out of breath. Or you can also join the Patreon at patreon.com/Jade Starr, where each week we master your songs and give away apps and such. And you can watch the show daily in the browser at howtoappoниos.com. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat here on the YouTube. And if you are on the Twitch and you say hello, I will see it as well. You can't escape. Hello, Audible Video. Hello, Joe Glenn. Hello, Ivan Idea. Hello. Hope you're doing well, Ivan. Haven't seen you for a few days. Hello, Scott. Good to see you, Scott. Thanks for leaving a comment on my video. In fact, I'll stop there for a minute. Thank you, everybody, for all the kind words on my utensils video clip I premiered yesterday. I was quite overwhelmed. Thank you so much for all the kind comments. It's really nice of you. Good to see you, Scott. Welcome back. Barry Glenn, hello. Where am I? I'm lost. I can't see what's Kim Harden Hudson is here as well. Hello to you. Nina and the Dynamics, always pleasure to see you, Nina. Hope you're doing well. Sai, it's always good to see you. And who else do I have that I've missed so far? Fam, good to see you. Paying to get. Boom. Kev Hart, just in time. Fucking love Jesus. Me too, man. Fuck Jesus. I mean, I fucking love Jesus. No, hang on. Whoa. Gee. Whew, that was a close call. Hey, Bear, what's going on? Russ8889. Look busy. Jesus is coming. Exactly. Don't say what I just said then. That was mistimed. John Frank Songs, hello to you. Hey folks, head over to John Frank Songs and check out his YouTube channel, because he's started doing live streams and tutorials, and it's definitely worthwhile to go and do so. I checked out his video yesterday, so go over and give him a sub, right? Because he's been here for a while and it looks like he's got a really cool channel happening. Yes, and he makes nice music too, which I will be playing in the very near future on this very show. Who else do I see here in my magic mirror, which I don't have available at this time? I think, have I got most people? Bear, I think I've covered everybody. If I've missed you, it's because my glasses are foggy. There we go. Thomas Christ! How could I miss Thomas Christ? The man of the moment. The silent assassin. Do I have a sound effect for it? The silent assassin. That'll do for now. Alrighty, let's jump over and do price drops, get all that stuff out of the way. Ivan. Just for Jesus. Thank you, Ivan, for the kind super chat. You don't have to do that, Ivan. But if it's just for Jesus, that's okay. Little baby Jesus. Man, I'm going to get in trouble today if I keep doing this. Keep going down this path. Stop encouraging me, folks. You know what I'm like. I'm very easily encouraged. You know, and you know what happens when that happens. Sorry, my nose is whistling. I'm doing the Mark Tanner. What's going on? I've got the Mark Tanner nose whistle happening. Anyway, let's look at price drops. I can't do the Mark Tanner nose whistle. I'm not doing it. So, price drops. We have Klevgrand stuff, which is on sale. Lux. Is that all? I'm pretty sure all Klevgrand stuff is on sale from what I remember. I can't remember. There's one here. Door cassette. Is that theirs? Anyway, there's a bunch of things on sale. I'm so prepared today. Man, I have got rid of it. Hey, Brad, what's going on, Brad? Did I say Brad? What's going on? Yes, I did. Where am I? What is happening? Who am I? AnyTune Pro. I've done a show on that. That's a really cool app. That's on sale, $14.99 to $9.99. Reslice, Cube Synth, all these things are all on sale. So you're going to see more and more sales. Lux is a good app, Russ. I used to use Lux a hell of a lot. So if you don't know what Lux is, I have done a video on it. Check it out. It's a Klevgrand app. It's kind of like one of those secret source apps. And why am I talking about Klevgrand today? Because today's app we are looking at is a Klevgrand app. In fact, I'm going to talk about 2 Klevgrand apps today. So there's a bunch of Nembrini apps all on sale still. But yeah, as I half probably said a second ago, there are going to be a whole bunch of sales coming up in the next few days. So because Apple closed their stores off over Christmas, and then there'll be no movement on the App Store. So everybody's sales will be bang, bang, bang. They will drop very soon. Indeed. There you go. And we'll try and cover as many of those sales as possible as they come to hand. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Brad, stay off your foot, for God's sake. It's because if you don't, it'll just get more terrible. All right. For those of you who were on the Patreon yesterday, you would have seen that I have a new piece of gear, which I'll be reviewing shortly on the channel. And it was sent out to me and on a loaner. So you know, not everything is sent out for free. There it is there. And I had it out yesterday playing with it. It is the Arturia Micro Freak vocoder edition of the Micro Freak vocoder edition with this little microphone on it. And I got it working yesterday, got it sounding good, got the vocoder happening. It's really cool. And look how light it is, man. It's really cool. So I don't own it. I've got it on a loaner, but if I like it, I can buy it, which I will most likely do because I like it. So in the future, you will see me doing a show on this. It's my first synthesizer I've ever owned, so I'm super excited to actually have a physical synthesizer. I think that's really cool, you know, to step out of your comfort zone and try something cool. It does look like an SNES. An SNES is actually heavier than this thing too, interestingly enough. So, but we will do a breakdown of this thing. It's really cool. I'm still getting used to, you know, using the keys and stuff because they're completely flat. See this? There are no keys there. They're like an MPE. So they're like they feel like a computer chip. Really cool. And it has this little microphone that's built in. So these retail in Australia for about $590. So they're not cheap, yeah. But as you're going to see on shows coming up, possibly next week, I think we'll look at it. Already I'm blown the absolute hell away. Plus it's made by Arturia. They make amazing shit. Yeah, total amazing shit. Alrighty, so first, no, that'll never happen. Thomas Christ has just put here. This time next year, Jade gets her first modular. No, never happening. That won't be happening at all. All right, so before I jump in, because we are looking today at Klevgrand's new Panner app, I want to show you something else that they have dropped, speaking of Klevgrand. And I just need to open up my phone here for a second, because I'm ultra prepared. And this app is free. It's on the App Store at the moment, and it is called Rassel. And it's an interesting name because that's what people call wrestling. The wrestling. Yeah? Did I spell it right? There it is. So it is actually made... Oh, it's got an update too. Should I update it on here? No. So it's actually made for iPhone, but for some reason it's on iPad as well. I don't get that. It works on iPad. I can't see myself holding my iPad and shaking it. But what is it? So I'll show you what it is. It's a shaker, and it's really, really cool. So this is what it looks like. There it is there. So it's this little egg shaker. And look how cool that is. And it's really responsive. And you've got an option of a whole bunch of ones. So you've got this shaker. You've got this long one if you like long protruding things. And then you've got a tambourine. There you go. So you've got a tambourine. Cha-cha-cha, I guess. And then you've got some bells. Perfect for Christmas. Even if it's just for Christmas. So, jingle bells, jingle all the way. La, 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 la. And the other thing that's really ace about it is you've got these buttons along the bottom here called loose, normal, and tight. There's a pun in there somewhere. So you can actually change the settings to like loose. So that's like my ex-wife. And then you've got normal. That's definitely not any of the girlfriends I've ever had. And then you've got tight. That's definitely not I've an idea. So there you go. Pretty cool. It's free. I like the egg shaker. Just don't, do anything weird with the egg and try and put it places where they shouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? You'll end up like Jim Jeffries. End up in a hospital in Amsterdam. Anyway, where am I going? Oh, man, the painkillers are really kicking in today. Man. I do apologize. I've actually put myself on some painkillers during the night, and they're probably still... yeah, so that's free. That's free. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about another Klevgrand app called Panner. And what does Panner do? Why is Panner different than anything else? Well, like all... yeah, we're off the rails now. Totally off the rails. Thanks, Kim, for just... There we go. I can put comments up. Off the rails, we're gone. Reel it in. So this is Panner, and it is a panning app. And I hear you say, why would I need a panning app? I can just turn the panning dials on my door. Yes, you can. But it's Klevgrand, so you've got to think outside the box. Hello, Guzzo of Oz. Good to see you. So, of course, it's Klevgrand, so they're trying to, well, they don't try. They're very unique. They always think outside the box. So let's start today in a different way. Normally I'd start with, hello, Dwight Bailey. Bang! It's a Mississippi Marauder, folks. He is here. It is Dwight Bailey. Hope you're doing well, Dwight. So we're going to open up this GarageBand. Oh, man. Kev, what do you know? The GarageBand project crashed. Like it always does. Let's see if it crashes again. No, is it working? It's working now. Okay, so this thing... Oh, now my cat's at the door meowing. Holy shit. Right, so this is a panning app, but what's different about it is... So your normal panning app moves volume from the middle to left or the middle to right. And it leaves no residue on either side, right? So, but a human, think about yourself at a concert. So you go to a concert, there's a band playing, and you end up trapped over by the big speaker on the right-hand side. Clearly, you're still going to hear the residue of that right-hand speaker in your left ear. And what this app tries to do is create a human head. So it's trying to mimic a human head. So when you actually pan to the hard right, there still is an amount of sound that comes into your left ear. So it's trying to humanize panning, yeah? Almost kind of an idea like spatializer kind of thing. But yeah, let's open it up and have a look. So I've got these guitar tracks here from a Desir track. Let's just play these. And these are already just panned, I do believe. Yeah, so these are panned left and right. So with these, because they're panned almost to the end, so they're both of these are almost hard panned. But as I said, normal panning moves it just shifts the volume. So once it goes across there, you're not really getting anything in the far other side. And that's the difference. That's what this app does. So what I'm going to do with this is just bring this back to the center, both of these back to the center. We'll play these again. Cool, so let's go in and add Panner to these. So we've got a couple of, do we have a space here? Yeah, we can remove this effect. We can fuck that off. Go into our audio unit extension. Wow, they're all still there. I don't have to reboot. Amazing. Touch wood, touch wood. Where are we? Panner. So now we've added Panner to that track. Now we're going to the second track and add Panner as well. Boom. Maybe? Yes. Okay, so remember these are centered. All right, so let's just focus on the first track here. We've got this soloed. So what you've got here, and because it's Klevgrand, there's always a secret sauce to the way they do their apps, yeah? So, and I'm going to explain the way these knobs work, because everybody needs to know how their knobs work. So the first one you've got here is size. This is the size button. And the size button adjusts the micro delay times, and it emulates the size of the person's head. So looking at this, the centerpiece, this is the person's head. This is what it is simulating, a human being's head in the middle there. And the more you turn that up, the larger it's making the person's head. Yeah. And it's creating these micro delays, because how this works is it emulates the missing sound from the opposite side by using delays and frequencies. So then you have a roll-off button here, and the roll-off button sets the steepness and frequency of the opposite channel's filter. If panned left, the right channel will be filtered. Yeah, so that is the roll-off here, and so that's on this side. So there's not too many buttons here at all. And then you have a crossover. The crossover is the level of internal frequency, is the level of the internal frequency splitter. Frequencies below the selected value will remain unprocessed. So headphones definitely needed for this, yeah? Definitely needed. So let's have a play of this and start to move. We'll go to the left first. So notice as I'm turning the roll off here, you'll notice it's moving everything to one side. But if I change the roll off, you're getting this little bit, and you'll see it in the actual image here of sound through the opposite speaker. So you can see it's actually happening over here. So you can see when I'm turning these, you can hear these frequencies actually happening around there. Oops, I'm not even on camera here, am I? Whoops, let's go back here. Get my camera up there. So you can hear these frequencies actually going on there, which is changing the sound of the guitar as well. So you're messing around with those frequencies. Play it again. So we've also got, which is really cool, yeah, is you've got a stereo button in the middle. So you can actually click this between mono and stereo. So you hold it down. To help with hearing if there's any crazy stuff going on with those frequencies that with you setting up a sound in here. So, yeah, which is what you find in like mastering apps and things like that, to just check your mono sound so you can go back and see if anything's sounding weird, you're getting any phasing issues or anything like that. So really interesting stuff. So what I'm going to do is we'll press this all the way over. Maybe we'll do about the same as what it was set with the natural panning. Do about 85 in this one. And now we'll bring in this second guitar and we'll set this to 85 on the opposite side. Close enough to 85. There we go. And wow. So what you'll notice too, have a look down here with the volume with the guitars playing, and you'll notice there's that second track, the opposite side. And even if we go full hard, let's go full hard in both of them, all the way left and right, and hit play. We'll go back to the start. Now, I'm not giving you a fair representation here because we actually have an app called Spatializer connected to this at the moment. So let's go back and listen to it without that. So with a bit of messing around, you're completely changing your guitar sound, especially with distorted guitars, and getting some interesting sounds. The other good thing about this is this thing is on sale at the moment. It is cheap as a cup of coffee. So it's only an introductory price at the moment. So I would, if you're considering it, jump in and grab it before it drops price. I can't remember exactly how much it is. Oh, I've got it here in front of me. It's $5. What's going on, Gary Helps? Glad you could take some time out of your very busy day to be with us. The Hubsters here. So yeah, it's $5 to grab this thing, but it's only an introductory price. I expect it'll probably go up to, I would be guessing whatever I said. Right, so there's a demonstration of that. Let's jump out of GarageBand and open up some other things. And hope that all my AUV3s still work. Because when there's some bug with GarageBand at the moment, whenever you open it and close it, all my AUV3s disappear. It is a mess. Whatever. So let's open up this session. I've got this blues session. It's 50% price. Yeah, so $10 after. Thank you guys. You guys in the community, you rock. Thank you. Cy, and thank you. Who else wrote it? I think it was Pain to Get. Thank you, Pain to Get. And Cy. So I've got this blues project here, and let's just take all these out. And we'll play this. This was from something I played last week. Yeah! So let's bring in Panner. So you can see when I push this all the way over with the roll up, you've got very little amount of spill over into this opposite speaker. And with this crossover, I can bring it in here. And by pulling the roll back, the roll off, go back. So it's really fancy stuff. They're using, as I said, delays and frequencies to create this kind of illusion, but it's not an illusion, that you're getting this stereo. So let's put this other guitar in the other side. Nice. When we listen to those two guitar tracks by themselves, you've still got that spill in this side. I think this is really clever. And I think there's a lot of really great applications for this. Absolutely, Scott. Very simple UI. So it's really hard to fuck it up. And that's one good thing that Klevgrand do very well. It's hard to fuck up a Klevgrand app because they do make it so easy for you. So let's jump in and try something else, because what I want to do is take another track and try and spread everything out across this whole playing field and see what we can do with that, yeah? And still have these, use these crossover effects to have some spill with some tracks and some tracks without. So I've got a couple of other projects that we used in last week's show. I think we've got, is it this crazy one? Yeah, let's go crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Hopefully, there's so much going on in these tracks, hopefully it won't crash everything. Wow, there we go. Turn off that comment. What is going on? Listen to that. That is Rim de Guerre doing its thing. Let's start with that, shall we? We'll solo this track. Pretty cool, huh? So as you can hear, hopefully you're wearing headphones for this, you can hear everything is kind of, you can create these really beautiful panoramas kind of thing around your head, because that's what you're trying to do. And you can spill over with some tracks to take out and to use these frequencies to really balance out things. So it's kind of like a frequency equalizer at the same time. Very interesting stuff. What I want to show you now, before we jump on, just with this particular, what do we do? Maybe this one here. So there are a bunch of presets in here as well, but to use them, let's just reset this. We'll reset everything back to the, so you just double click to reset everything. You do have presets up here as well, but to use them, you've got this little pan lock and you actually have to turn this off. Uncheck that button to go into your presets, and you've actually got instruments in here as well. So vocals, transients, hand, what have we got? Hand drums, vocals, vocals hard, pads, subtle pads, pianos, acoustic guitars, electric guitars. There's a whole lot of stuff in here that you can play around with. Then you've got some general stuff, some heavy panning. Where are we? Just going through some of them here. So the beauty of them too is the subtlety, like anything. I mean, not everything has to be heavy-handed as well. But it's interesting that you do have a whole bunch of these presets to play around with. I might load up one on acoustic guitar in a sec as well. So let's jump out of this one because I have another project and hopefully it doesn't crash because it's a big project and it's got a lot going on in it. So what I'm going to need to do is just close everything out because this project's really big. It was from last week and it is this demented one. I love how I call complex stuff demented. So out of all these tracks, I'm only going to try and use 6 of them because there's so much going on in these tracks, but hopefully I can demonstrate what's actually going on. Boom, 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 boom. Look how long this is taking to actually load. Because the pan in GB isn't true stereo pan. It's a balance on stereo tracks, just raises the volume on one side. Yeah, that's it. Or, you know, normal panning is just shifting volume. That's what that is. And this does the same thing. It shifts the volume, but it tries to make up the opposite side using these a complex array of delays and frequencies. So it's trying to recreate them, yeah? So what have we got here? Let's solo this one out. So you can hear it's not the exact same thing because it's lighter, but it is that human, you know, you don't, as human beings, when we turn our head to listen to something, we don't function like that. It just doesn't cut everything off out of one side. You can still hear sound through your other ear unless you're deaf in one ear. So, you know, but it's trying to create that kind of realism, which is cool. So this is our first track we've got here. And as you can see, I've only panned this to halfway to the right. It is kind of sort of similar to Spatializer. Spatializer uses a few different techniques to this. So they're kind of in the same ballpark, but a little bit different. What else do we have? Let's bring this one in. Boom. Let's head back over to this first track just to show one more thing. We can solo that one. Solo, 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 solo. See you later, Gary. So again with this, we've gone hard to the left with this. Remember, you can still pan as much as normal. But what's different about this? You're still going to get that residue no matter what. So you've still got this echo in the opposite ear. Super interesting app. Once again, they're thinking outside the box. I really love the way some things are hit and miss. I have to admit with Klevgrand, but what's good about them is that they're always trying to think outside the box and create new kind of things for us to make music with and create different kind of sounds, which is cool. That's what we want from developers. So yeah, I think this is really ace, and it's a price of what I drink every day at $4.99. So definitely worth your time if this is something that you're into. Remember, apps aren't Pokemon. You don't need every one of them. Only get this if this is something that will interest you, the kind of music that you make. Can this be beneficial to what you are making? Yeah, that is the most important thing. Not, I just need this app because it's available. You know, it's no point just buying something and then letting it sit there and never use it. So, you know, really try to, that's why I do these shows, so you can think about your music and how it would apply to your kind of music. But definitely many applications for it. And if you're trying to create a different kind of sound for a song, as opposed to just normal panning, definitely a really cool idea. I think for, you know, a lot of like ambient stuff, you'd be able to create some amazing stuff with this, some really ambient stuff to, you know. And the other awesome thing is, let's just touch on this. All of your stuff is open here. So you can actually go in and you could connect this to, you could actually control these knobs to with an LFO or something, and you can make them move around. You can what's the word? Automate. You can automate this stuff. So you could automate the roll off. You can automate these things in AUM. So that's really cool too, to be able to do that kind of stuff too. So think outside the box with that. I'm not going to go and do a demonstration of it right now, but yes, you can do that kind of stuff. Automate the roll off so you could have it panning left and right. Really interesting stuff. Scott says, I was doing stuff with Stereo Lag app quite a bit. Super simple and has more options. Panner's definitely a nice app, especially those automation options I'm showing now. Yes, indeed. So it's nice to have automation stuff. So, and there's apps like the Rus Maker suite where you can automate things with LFOs and such. Really interesting. Cool beans. So that's it for today, I reckon. Let's pull this comment down. Yeah. I think it's really cool. I'm definitely going to use it in some stuff coming up because I'm working on a utensils thing amongst other things and all that jazz. So I think it's going to be really cool for the utensil stuff I'm working on. And yeah, what do you guys think? I think it's ace. All right. I don't think there's anything else I need to cover today. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I still have yet to decide because I'm a bit behind with things just because over the weekend I wasn't so well. But because I released this Dread Circus app, Dread Circus, because I released this utensils song yesterday, I'm maybe thinking of doing a video this week, taking a look at how I made the song and the idea behind it. So hopefully that'll be an interesting thing, because if you saw the clip, saw the video I released yesterday, basically all I did was the song is based on the track Video Killed the Radio Star, and I created a track in GarageBand of Video Killed the Radio Star from my memory, and then I took that track, deconstructed it, and remade it as a new song. So it's an interesting thing. And we've got 10 minutes, so you know what? If you didn't see the clip yesterday, the new video clip, I'm just going to play out with it because I can. Yeah. So thank you all for being here. Remember, folks, do the things that make you happy. Yes, as always. And what's going on here? Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And remember, we all rise together. So if you want to hang around and watch this, hang around. If you don't, leave early. But make sure you leave a like, yeah? Because it's a nice thing to do. So this was the premiere of the clip I released yesterday. It's from my forthcoming movie that I've been working on for 2.5 years. This is the middle section of the movie where the whole world goes to hell and technology takes over and the human race is completely obliterated and the animals take over the earth. This is Technology Killed the Reality Star. And I'll see you tomorrow, yeah? Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Computers now have primary control of critical functions. Computers now have control. Computers now have control. Computers now have primary control of critical functions. now have primary control of critical functions. Computers 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 now have primary control of critical functions.